So it's a Saturday night. What are you planning on doing?
You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 49, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. I'm in the basement, of course, and I gotta adjust this fucking chair and shit, because it's early in the morning, so don't mind all the noise for a second here. I just kind of got it started. So, while we're in the basement here bullshitting, it's time 7:13. Still a little bit early. I wanted to be down here doing this at 6:30, but I sat up there drinking coffee for too fucking long. But today we gotta roll out. Got a big day today. Going to the fair. To the state fair. The great American State Fair? The Great New York State Fair, that's it. So we gotta do that. So I'm like trying to adjust this fucking microphone so I could actually do some work while I'm talking to everybody. So sorry about all that fucking tomfoolery in the sound section. Oh yeah, that's different, boy. So what I got here, what I'm pouring up, I'm pouring up that first 2 ounce of that Bob blend, boy. And I must tell you, I am fucking super happy about this. Sorry again if my voice is fucked up. Not my voice, but if the sound is fucked up. Because I'm, of course, trying to do more things than I can at once. I am so fucking excited about this because I've known Bob for a long time, since the Blue Top days and shit. And what really, like, one of the first things that actually got me into graffiti in general was stickers. I really like the idea of stickers. I still do. I know they're not the fucking most, it's not the fucking bull, it's not a can, it's not this or that. But what I liked is that, how did I fuck that up? Why ask why? You could do whatever you wanted, really, on a sticker. You could spend an hour on that shit and fucking go put that bitch up, and that would be what it is. You know what I mean? You could spend an hour on the sticker and then go put it up, and then you would be you'd be up, or you could spend 5 minutes on it, hit some tags, and then you'd still be up. So, sorry, I'm having all kinds of fucking trouble here. What happened to me the other day down here? Didn't really happen the other day. It's been ongoing, but I tracked some. I'm still fucking sick too. I tracked this fucking pigment everywhere. I think I was complaining about that last time. So then I tried to clean it up. I tried to flood the floor and shop vac it up, similar to what I would do at work, and it just didn't fucking. It just spread it. So I've been trying to at least like keep the surface of the work desk and bench clean until I can get another table and actually make a mixing area where I'm not cross-contaminating the hard goods or, whatever with the actual mixing procedure, because I know, excuse me, I really wish I could just shake this shit. Tested for the fucking corona all these times. Don't got the corona, so I just got this long, lingering fucking illness that's not enough to make me feel like shit, but just enough to keep me fucking annoyed. So I can have mixing going on in a different part of the basement here. So I think that's the plan. Is that's what I'm planning anyway. Is want to have mixing go on somewhere else, just so I can keep, mainly because of the pigments. There's such a fucking mess. Like, I don't know if it's just these specific ones, because I've only dealt with like a handful of pigments, and then you mix them to get your desired color. But making alcohol-based shit is a little bit different, and the pigments seem to like. Well, what I guess the difference is. Here's the science portion of our podcast. Now, I'm not really entirely sure if this is actually the difference. This is just from all my many fucking nights of reading and researching, not graffiti shit, but ink and mixing and literature like that in general, is that because it's a boiled linseed oil for the standard fluid. That holds the pigment. It suspends the pigment in the base. So this is my understanding too. It suspends the pigment in the base. So it's like holding it and then applying on top and then sitting on top. Whereas the alcohol-based shit, the pigment dissolves in the base and becomes one with the base. It does it though? I don't know. It dissolves into the alcohol base, and then the alcohol evaporates, leaving the base, and then the other shit. Now, I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but I do believe that that's what it is. So these special fucking pigments, man, they just get all over your fucking shit. Like right now, I'm just looking at shit is just all over my fucking hand, and I haven't even done nothing. Like I filled 2 bottles. Like, why is this shit? Why is my hand fucking different color? And I can look at it and see, like, oh, that's not from something wet. That's from something dry. That's from this fucking shit. So definitely a fucking problem. And what I'm hoping is, once I get this new kind of mix area made, that it will kind of keep that shit away from what I'm doing on a fucking regular basis. Probably not though, because how this shit spreads, it probably doesn't even fucking matter. I mean, it might be a little less, but it's kind of similar to, I was working at a guy's house, a farmer, this weekend. Real successful, grows like fucking peaches and tomatoes and shit. And his family's been in it. His fucking grandfather taught him how to do it, and he's probably 60. So his grandfather has probably been doing this shit since the fucking early 1900s or even earlier. Anyway, and he was talking about how Wegmans fucked him. So fuck Wegmans. They're some cocksuckers. And he was talking about how Wegmans fucked him. And then they would have him go to these training seminars before he stopped doing business with them. And they would show employees coming out who were working in the fields, fucking picking apples and shit. And they're like, do you see anything wrong with these sanitation requirements? And he said the guys would come out of this fucking porta shitter. They'd go over to the thing. They'd wash their hands. They use single-use towels, and and one after the next. And they were like, "Well, do you see anything wrong with this?" And he's like, "Yeah." He said the guy came out of the shitter and used his hand to turn on the water on the little wash thing. He goes, and he washes his hand, he turns it off and touches it again, recontaminates his hands, and then the next guy comes and touches the contaminated fucking spigot, fucking turns it on, and they said, yeah, well, this is the way we want it done, so, we think this is as good as it gets. Anyway, my point being is that I think the fucking damage is done. Now I only think I can do damage control and try to mitigate the spread of all these fucking pigments that just get everywhere. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's a fucking nightmare. And it seems like the ones I use for the standard fluid just don't do that. They're just like there. And if you brush it off the table, because I got a vacuum down here too, a special vacuum that's only for down here. And you fucking brush that shit off the table, vacuum it up, and it's gone. Maybe if you crunch it right into your footwear, maybe you might see it. But this shit, you can't even see it. You can't even see. Like, I don't even know where I just picked this shit up on my hand. I grabbed an empty bottle out of the bottle box, a fill bottle. I grabbed a pour cup, and I grabbed a fucking, but I'm sure I touched other things not thinking about it, but I'm looking around at the fucking surface area, and there's this, I don't see where it came from. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so what I was doing is pouring up that Bob, and I'm really happy about this project. And this is actually Bob, BWR, Bob Will Rain from Philly. He hit me because we've known each other a long time, and he was like, yo, just want to tell you, I did this and this and that with your black alcohol. He's like, and I fucking love that shit. It's, it's a fucking, whatever. He likes the way how it fucking operates. The consistency, the drips, everything, da-da-da-da. I was like, shit. I was like, I do got some of that. I got some of that still. And he's like, oh, for real? And so when he's telling me the story, and I'm thinking that I got some of the shit that he mixed it with, and I got all the ingredients that he's talking about. And I was like, yo, how about we run a little joke? Oh, man. And I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what he was going to say, because dude, he's been established for fucking 20 years or more. And, I know we've known each other for a while, but who the fuck am I? And he's like, hell yeah, that should be cool. So I put my little spin, the Devastator spin on the label. And I took what he told me, how he made it. I mixed that shit all up. And I think it's fucking tits, man. And I put some of that bleed in there. So I'm hoping that, untested, because I just wanted to get it out to you guys. It's gonna operate. I know that much. I'm not sure how it's gonna bleed though. It might, but I'm not making any claims, so it really doesn't matter if it does or it doesn't. That bleed black though, that definitely fucking bleeds. Boy, that shit is serious. I love that shit. I'm still looking at the fucking test board over there, and now at this point, I just throw a coat on it every time I think about it. But it's not as prevalent as it was, but it's still dude, I can see everything there, and it's got to have at least 13 or 14 roll coats on it now. And I know I've had people say all kinds of shit. Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, dude. Listen, I can't test everything. I can't test every paint. I can't test every primer. I can't test every kills, every fucking Zinsser. I can't test every fucking, I can't. I understand everyone's curious about what it does, but a lot of times, man, if you don't see what I'm doing, if you don't see what you want to see out of what I'm doing, you might gotta get yourself a little fucking 2-ounce bottle and run some testing. With fucking Rusty, He got the fucking shit. He ran his own test. He didn't tell me like, oh, I'm about to do this or that. He just did what he does, and that's how you fucking find out. And he did it, and he found out, and I found out shit. You know, I was glad everything performed the way it did, but that I respect that shit. He didn't tell me. He didn't give me like a prep, like, yo, I'm about to run this, I'm about to run that, and I'm about to do it like this or do it like that. He just did his own fucking testing, as you should. You know, I could sit here with the amount of different inks and fluids that I have going on. I could sit here and just run tests all fucking day. Everything under the fucking kitchen sink, the acetone, the fucking alcohol, the Goo Gone, the fucking the cleaners, I could just do all of that. I could do it all day. And tell you that 90% of this base product will beat that, and 90% of any products based with this will beat this. Oh, okay. Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't have a sandblaster. I know some places sandblast their graffiti. What do I do? What do I do about that? I had some fucking kid asking me mad questions and shit, and it was like fucking weirding me out. I don't know if you knew this or not, but you know, I try to keep some of this shit under wraps. Like, I'll tell you the basics of it because I just know that the stuff that isn't the basics, you're not going to figure out. Like, you're just not. And it's nothing against you, whoever you are listening. It's just, dude, it took me a long time to figure this shit out. And I can help you. I can fucking say, like, this worked or this didn't work. But as far as the proprietary actual, like, the nuts and bolts to this shit, which makes it what it does, I can't tell you that. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. And there was that other guy, the dude from Europe threatening I'm gonna fucking turn the graffiti industry upside down. Dude, listen, all of this shit I learned by reading. So you turning the graffiti industry upside down, you're basically just going to regurgitate a bunch of information that people have already known for years. Like, I don't know. Whatever. He was just mad. I think he was mad because he ain't selling no shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sell shit. Sometimes I go a fucking 2 weeks without a single sale. I'm about to expose everything. The fuck out of here, yo. Stop being fucking I get my feelings hurt out there in this Instagram world too, but people are out there fucking slanging and shit, and you know what, man, and still, dude, the chances, people do. I met a lot of people that mix, that do their own home mixing for their own, their own personal shit, and they're going to do that. They're going to do that. They're going to try to create something that's great for their own personal use. And that's fucking great. But the majority of people don't want to spend $100 getting all these different things. What they think, just what they've read, like everything I did first didn't work. Everything I did second didn't work. 6 fucking years ago, I got all kinds of shit. I still got this shit sitting around because I got it and it wasn't it. I got it, I mixed it, it wasn't it. It wasn't the one. It wasn't the shit, you know what I mean? And I don't think people want to do that. And I don't fucking blame them. If I didn't feel like I absolutely had to do that, I wouldn't want to do that shit either. It took me a long fucking time to figure all this shit out. And that not even like what I got now. Because, we didn't get into alcohol until much later. Everything was standard fluid, was the boiled linseed. But it's hard as fucking nails, you know what I mean? But some people don't want to do that. And I understand it, Some people don't want to fucking sit there and do all this shit and ruin all their shit and get pigment all over their fucking house and ruin all their fucking... Dude, my cabinet doors upstairs that I spent hours fucking painting before we moved in here fucking have pink and fucking purple stains where you just touch it a little bit from just from me grabbing the handle and like my knuckles touching the shit. Like, I fucking fucked everything up. If Erica and the kids weren't so understanding, they'd probably be fucking pissed. at the amount of shit I've fucked up. And that's just in this house. Like, I fucked everything. I fucked a lot of shit up in the last house. Not as much as you would think for being in a little apartment and not having a lot of room and kind of keeping everything tucked under here and there. But so I think basically, in the end, people don't want to sit and do this shit, and that's what we're here for. That's what all of us, Club Ghoul, fucking everyone, Junobo, fucking Crank, everyone, Death Colors, that's what we're all here for, is so you don't have to, you know, like fucking, like I used to talk about fucking Billy the Marine. I used to say fucking Billy the Marine's in Afghanistan, so you don't have to be. You know what I mean? Like, and we're out here, all of us Ink guys, we're out here doing this shit, so you don't have to. So you don't have to sit there and spend your fucking Friday nights, Saturday nights fucking mixing all this shit in your house. Dude, you could blow something up. Like, you could really fuck some shit up. You fucking with that potassium permanganate or whatever the fuck. Psh, I don't fuck with that shit. That shit catches on fire. Like, you think I'm fucking playing with you? Go to YouTube and type in potassium permanganate. And that's what that grog booster powder is. Yeah, okay. Go and look what happens when you fuck with that shit. You'll drop fucking a couple drops of fucking alcohol or the wrong shit into that shit, or it just cross contaminates a little bit, and that shit does a flash fire. Now you're sitting down here like my dumbass. Yeah, okay, you get a little flash fire on your table, dude. You know how much shit? You've seen the pictures. Anything flashes around this motherfucker, it's gonna be a problem. So I don't think anyone wants to be doing that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do that. Spend $10 and I'll save you the fucking all your shit. You'll probably fuck your shit up anyway, because I've also seen a lot of pictures of people just fucking dumping and spilling shit all on their own shit. But point is homeboy gonna blow the lid off the graffiti industry and tell all the shit that everyone's already fucking known. Okay, whatever, dog. I know you're upset that you ain't selling shit out here or whatever it is, but that's just fucking stupid. People are still gonna not want to sit there and fuck with that. You know what I mean? Some people would much rather take the bottle, dump it in the fucking mop, and go out. That's it. Like, I know me personally, I could probably figure out how to fix a fucking car. I could probably figure out how to do a lot of shit. I could probably figure out how to fix the plumbing or fix the fucking electric or fix whatever. But I don't. Like last night, I bought that Starfield game, right? I know. I never buy anything for myself. And I feel guilty about buying this game, because I haven't done no fucking video gaming in years. But I've been looking at this game for years too, because I'm a Fallout head. Anyway. So I bought this fucking game, and immediately I just started doubting myself and panicking, like, I shouldn't have spent that money. So I got my change bag. I went and took the change bag back, and then I had all these lottery tickets that fucking Gary had this big box of fucking lottery tickets when he died, and my mom's like, I don't know, why is he saving all these lottery tickets? And Erica's looking at them all, and she's like, these are all winners. Well, what it was they were all winners, but then he would bring them back and scan them at the machine, so it cashes them in, voids them, and he gives more tickets, right? So she scanned this whole box and like a whole handful of them, like $60 worth. I don't know if they didn't scan properly or they're fucked up or he didn't, whatever. So I've been holding on to those for fucking months. And I was like, fuck it. So he turned into change and fucking cashed in them lottery tickets last night to get this fucking game. But, damn, I forgot what my point was. Why the fuck I start talking about that? I start justifying why I did something for myself, because I don't ever do shit for myself. Fucking lame ass motherfucker. It was about, I don't know, whatever. It was about paying for shit. The Coinstar machine. It took $12 to fucking handle that bag of change, right? And some people are like, fuck that. I'm not paying for my own fucking money. Me, I'm paying $12 for the fucking convenience. That's what it is. Like, that's just the convenience costs. And I'd say, $12 fucking to stand there for fucking 5 minutes and hand count all this fucking change, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, when you bring your fucking cans at a can return, believe me, I know them motherfuckers be skipping that count and fucking skimming off the top. How could you not? Especially in the one around here, the bitch looks like a fiend. Nah, she don't look like a fiend. She is a fiend. Let me not act like I'm judging by somebody's appearance. She's a fucking fiend. Because the kids save up the cans. So I started that shit, and now it's like a requirement that I have to handle these fucking cans. You can even hear them in some of the podcasts, like in the background, out in the garage. I had these bags of cans and moved the chair, hit the cans. But it's convenience, man. You got to expect if you don't want to do your own cans at the machine, someone's going to fucking skim off the top. And that's just the fucking way it is. So I believe that convenience overall is going to fucking, So that's where I'm at. We're going to continue making things convenient for you. I'm going to do the testing for you. I'm going to do the fucking, as much as I can. You guys are kind of required to do some kind of testing in your own field, because I had a dude saying, this doesn't work in 110 degrees. Dude, where's my pizza man? Where you at, Bubba? What you doing? The pizza man is down here with me. I fucking love him. He's like, it doesn't work in 110 degrees or whatever. I don't know. Then you don't get 110 here. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? Put it in a hot room? Should I put it in a cold room? I sent some shit to Alaska before. I put it in a cold room. I can't do everything. You can't expect me to do everything. I can do what I can. I can make sure that the shit is gonna work in its most basic form. And then I tell you what does and doesn't work. That's it. Like, I've never been one of these, how we don't say the buff proof term? Because I don't fucking use that, because it's bullshit. And anyone using buff proof, blah, 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 they're fucking lying to you. Like, I don't care. And if you're listening to this and you're hearing that shit and you're like, I'll say that, you're lying. And you're fucking lying. Dude, there's nothing is buff proof. Stop with the bullshit. Dude, it's fucking, I'll tell you, our alcohol shit. No, not our regular alcohol. That's like the standard, not standard. I can't say standard because standard's the other shit. Got our regular original black alcohol. You can roll right over that. You can probably chemical wipe that. That's like nice for doing shit that looks good. That's smooth. It's not going to fade in the sun too quick. I don't really know if it does at all. The test board outside, the black is still fucking hanging in there real strong. Almost as good as the standard. But anyway, my point is, I can't test everything. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you, like, that shit, standard fluid, you're gonna have a hard time chemical buffing it. You're gonna have a hard time trying to scratch it off if you're like using some kind of steel wool or something. Can you paint over it? You'll paint right over it. You'll paint right over it. Roll it right over. It might even help you paint over it. You know what I mean? But can you acetone rub it off? No, you can't. You can. I don't know how much time you want to invest in it. If you're a homeowner and somebody hits your fucking garbage can and you wanted to spend a couple hours out there fucking with it, you could get it off. If you're the city guy getting paid by the hour, well, you still might fuck, but they're trying to do volume. They're doing quantity over quality. But if they hit it with the paint, it's gone. You know what I mean? But if you alcohol that electrical box with our violet or with that bleed black, and they hit it with the roller, it's coming back. You know what I mean? It's gonna come back. But if they hit it with that acetone, it's gonna fucking hurt it. And if they hit it with the acetone real good and then roll it, and they push that pigment, if you can disperse that pigment far enough apart, then you can roll it. Like, I'm not afraid to tell anyone this shit. That's what it is. It's not fucking buff proof. It's buff proof. No, it isn't. Shut your ass up. Let's all stop lying to each other here. Some shit is better than others. And then some shit, like I was talking with MKA, trying to figure out this other company shit. I fucking asked them. I was like, how do you do this? And I didn't say those words exactly. I said, help a dumb American out. How you doing this? And then MKA brought up a fucking good point. He's like, what's up with that plastic board that they're doing? Like a strange and odd surface. I'm doing painted surfaces. I'm doing fucking whatever I got. That's kind of seems real world, what I have available. So they had a very strange choice of material. It was, and so I believe a lot of these tests and a lot of this shit are tailored to make their shit look better. Dude, I paint a piece of drywall. I paint it with Sherwin-Williams paint. I fucking write on it. I would fucking roll it with the same paint, or with the same brand paint anyway, because I got a lot of different colors and shit like that. So when I roll it, because I don't know if you know this or not, but if you need bucket paint, right, a lot of times you could just go into Sherwin-Williams and either look for mist tints, and just if they're selling for $5 a gallon, usually it's like $100 a gallon. It's like an $89 gallon you can get for like $5 if you're working in your house on some shit. If you're trying to roll a buff wall, just say, yo, what can you do? What can you do for this? This ain't the color that I need. I just need the paint. Sometimes they'll give it to you for $1. They'll give it to you for something, $2. You know what I mean? So I got all these fucking crazy different colors. I even got black. Like I got a real nice $89 gallon of black. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for yet. Interior paint, and I got some exterior too. But anyway, so I roll the fucking piece of drywall. I screw the drywall into the fucking into a stud. I paint it. I fucking hit it up, and I roll it, or I wipe it. That's it. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm not custom tailoring some special surface that I know that it holds up on this better than anything. Like, I gotta update you guys on that fucking that UV board outside, because fucking check the time. Oh, I gotta roll. Anyway, the UV board, the fucking violet's almost gone. Almost entirely. Pink is almost gone. Everything else is fucking hanging in there like a champ. All right, I gotta wrap this up. We gotta go to fair. I love y'all, man. Shout out to everybody. You'll get that Bob's blend. I'm out of here.